Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene, Woody Allen, Elizabeth Olsen, Christopher Plummer, Jessica Chastain, and Octavia Spencer. Are these my predictions for the winners of the Academy Awards for 2012? Well, they are predictions, all right, but are they the winners? Let's get to it. It's Oscar time. Things are already unpredictable in the Academy Award world, as we know, because Brett Ratner has been let go as producer because of some very un-PC remarks, and his choice for the host, Eddie Murphy, the two teamed up for Tower Heist, went a couple days after Ratner was let go. They are being replaced by Brian Grazer and perennial favorite Billy Crystal. So already there's been some topsy-turvy things happening with the Academy Awards, and we thought this was an appropriate year to sort of do an unconventional look at the predictions for the nominees for the 2012 Oscars. So here goes. Here are the predictions for the Academy Awards, starting with Best Picture. Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene. That is my prediction for the movie that should be nominated but will not be. Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene is an independent film, and it is one of the most unsettling movies I've seen in quite a while. It's about a woman who gets involved in a cult, and she tries to get out of the cult. She seeks solace and compassion from her sister and her sister's husband, who live in the New York, in the mountain area, Catskill Mountains. And not everything works out very smoothly for her. The movie is very haunting, and it stars a terrific Elizabeth Olsen in a star-making performance. So that's my choice for the movie that should be nominated. It won't be. Now, what will be nominated? I would say The Artist, The Descendants, War Horse, The Help, Midnight in Paris, The Tree of Life, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, and Moneyball. That is 8 films. This year, the Oscars can go with between 5 and 10 Best Picture nominees. Remember, last year it was 10. They didn't think that was too good. They thought it was too much. So now it's anybody's guess how many will be nominated. I'm predicting 8, somewhere in the middle between 5 and 10. What does it take to get a nomination for Best Director in the Academy Awards? Is it the fact you did a great directing job? How about the fact you have a career behind you, lots of other nominations and lots of other recognition? Or that you had a very popular film that the public really loved, that did well at the box office? Well, Woody Allen, to me, is an example of somebody who has the second 2 items that I just listed to his favor, especially for his film Midnight in Paris, a movie that is his most popular ever. Seems to have been playing in theaters for months and months and months, and his film will likely be nominated, and he will be nominated for Best Director. Now, does Woody Allen deserve this time? I don't think so. The movie, to me, is a trifle, something you've seen done before, and Woody Allen has done better work, but the movie's so popular, and he is Woody Allen after all, he will probably earn the nomination, and I don't think he deserves it. The directors I think that will get nominated are Michel Hazanavicius for The Artist, the French film, Alexander Payne for The Descendants, Steven Spielberg for War Horse, and Tate Taylor for The Help. Does that name seem familiar to you? I didn't think so. Jean Dujardin is the star of the film The Artist, a movie you will be hearing lots about in the next few weeks. It's a mostly silent film, black and white, and it's very unique. Expect Jean Dujardin to sort of be the Roberto Benigni of this year. If you remember, Benigni won the Academy Award for Best Actor for Life is Beautiful in 1998. Other people I think that will be nominated with Jean Dujardin in that category are George Clooney for The Descendants, Brad Pitt for Moneyball, Leonardo DiCaprio for J. Edgar, and Gary Oldman for Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Jean Dujardin is best known in this country as the star of 2 films in the OSS series, James Bond spoofs. Other than that, he's sort of a non-entity, soon to change. Elizabeth Olsen, could she be related to the Olsen twins? Yes, in fact, she is their youngest sister. And already she has outperformed them in one of her first movies, actually her first lead, Martha Marcy May Marlene. She is incredibly memorable in that film. And now I am picking her to be nominated for Best Actress in the Academy Awards, a surprise pick in the toughest category this year, the Best Actress category. Now, who else will be in this category with her competing? My choices are Glenn Close and Albert Nobbs, Meryl Streep in The Iron Lady, Viola Davis in The Help, and Michelle Williams playing Marilyn Monroe in My Week with Marilyn. A very, very strong field it will be. Typically, this is a category which is not that strong, but Elizabeth Olsen's going to get in there. She's sort of going to be like the Jennifer Lawrence from Winter's Bone last year. Well, that's a name that's certainly familiar. He played Colonel Von Trapp. He was a Star Trek bad guy. He was Mike Wallace. He was Leo Tolstoy. Christopher Plummer's done a lot in his career and also lots of terrific theater work. And this time, we're predicting that he's going to be nominated and could quite possibly win the Best Supporting Actor in the It's About Time shoo-in. There's no way Christopher Plummer does not get nominated, and I think there's a very strong chance he will win for his supporting part in Beginners, in which he plays an elderly man who's coming out of the closet and dealing with his son, played by Ewan McGregor. He actually is a museum curator in the film. Now, joining him in this typically strong category are Kenneth Branagh playing Laurence Olivier in My Week with Marilyn, Robert Forster in The Descendants, of course he was nominated for Jackie Brown years ago, Max von Sydow for Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, and Armie Hammer for J. Edgar. Those are the Best Supporting Oscar nominees as I see them. Two actresses, two terrific actresses in an ensemble film called The Help. And there are lots of great performances here, and these two do wonderful work, actually often together. Now, these are two actresses that I think will also end up, unfortunately, canceling each other out when it comes time to pick the winner of the film. Jessica Chastain, who was in 7 films released this year, and she plays a housewife who hires Octavia Spencer to help her cook and help around the house and impress her husband. These are two very strong performances, likely to cancel each other out, so that will leave the field open for the likes of Shailene Woodley, who played George Clooney's daughter in The Descendants, the older daughter in the film, Janet McTeer, who's in Albert Nobbs alongside Glenn Close, and Melissa McCarthy from Bridesmaids. I think this is sort of your token Academy Award nomination for a comedy, but she was hilarious in the film. She's very popular now on TV, and why not? Stranger things have happened. So those are my very offbeat predictions for the Academy Awards. We really won't know how I did till January 24th, and at that time you could either boo me or applaud me. It's up to you. And by that time, I'm sure we'll have some choices for the winners in all the categories. This is Movie Irv signing off.